In this video, I'm going to explain how you develop your code to play the Rummy Vision game on the AIgaming.com site. The AI Gaming Game Manager controls all of the games that are played on the site. It keeps track of each game and interprets the moves that each user makes in order to update the game and determine the scores. The Game Manager will call your code every time it's your turn to make a move in the game, and you need to return the move that you want to make. In this video, I'll explain where and how you do this using the online code editor on the AIgaming.com site. Let's get started. This video assumes that you have created a computer vision API key on the Azure Cognitive Services site. You'll need a key in order to run the code. There are instructions on how to get a computer vision API key on the AIgaming.com help pages. To start, we'll go to the editor page. Make sure that we have the Rummy Vision game type selected, and that's all I need to do to be able to play a game. I can run this template code by clicking the Run button at the top of the screen, and it will play a complete game. The code in this editor window contains everything that is required to play a very simple game. So where do we start if we want to improve how we play the game? The entry point into our game playing code is the calculate move function, where we need to do just that: calculate the next move we want to make in the game. Calculate move acts like your main function. You can call other functions from this, but it is here that you can control your bot and add your strategy. The calculate move function will be called by our game manager every time that it needs you to make a move in the game. It is going to be called many times during each game that you play. Each time calculate move is called, it will be sent all of the information about the current state of the game, and it will need to return the move that you want to make next in the game. We can see in this calculate move function that it receives a parameter, the game state. This is the information that tells you everything about the current state of the game: what type of move it is, what any playing boards currently look like, what types of pieces are on the boards, and more. We need all of this game state information because our calculate move function doesn't remember any information between moves unless we explicitly tell it to do so. This is why we're sent the complete game state every time we're asked to make a move in the game. The calculate move function also has to return a JSON object which represents the move you want to make in the game. A move in the Rummy Vision game will usually be the list of cards that you want to lay down as a set. You can see examples of the game state and the return JSON objects in the information column on the right-hand side of the editor. Click the book icon to open the programmer's reference and select the Rummy Vision game. This section gives you a fuller reference for the calculate move function and how to understand the game state and the return object. Here is an example of the JSON you will receive as the game state. And if you scroll back up, you can see a description of what each field in the game state JSON is, with examples of how to access it. This JSON is a full representation of the current state of the game, so there's lots of information in it. The main fields that you are concerned with are the My Hand field and the Up Hand field. These fields contain lists of the card images that are in your hand and in your opponent's hand. These are the images that you'll need to analyze using the Microsoft Computer Vision API in order to discover what the content of the image is. At the end of our calculate move function, we need to return the move we want to make, and the programmer's reference also has an example of the return JSON object that we need to create in order to make our move. There are 3 different moves that we can make. The most recognizable move is to lay down a set of cards by returning a lay object that has a list of the cards we think make up a set. We can also make 2 other moves. We can take a card from our opponent's hand by specifying the ID of the card in our opponent's hand that we want to take. And we can also give a card to our opponent by specifying the ID of the card in our hand that we want to give away. That is the framework of how games are played. The game manager calls Calculate Move and passes it the current state of the game as a JSON object. Calculate Move must then return a JSON object that states the move you want to make in the game. This repeats until the game ends because someone wins or because the game times out in some way. For the Rummy Vision game, we've provided more template and example code to help you get started.